Hello, like-minded people. Welcome to my channel. I want you to feel at home, to feel comfortable here. Please remember to hit the like button when you come in. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment and tell a friend. And tell a friend to tell a friend. And please come back. You're always welcome. Thank you. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Passionately Intrigued Arts with Tracy. Hope everyone is doing well. I want to make today, well, I'm not going to finish it today, but I would like to start making a mermaid wreath. I have another granddaughter who will be turning 3 at the end of August, so I don't have much time, and she loves mermaids. So I'm going to take you down and show you the items that you need. I purchased this mermaid wreath form from the Dollar Tree. Hold on a second, and we're going to zoom down so you can see what's going on and how we're going to get started. So here are some of the items that I'll be using. This is the mermaid wreath form. I think they're so cute. I did pick up a couple of them in case I mess up, in case I want to make another one. Mermaid wreath form at the Dollar Tree. So you need that. I've got my glue gun plugged in with extra glue sticks just in case I need glue. I'm not sure yet. And I'm using the mesh. So this mesh that I'm using is like an aqua color with silver in it, and it's 10 inch, 10.5 inches. And then I have some purples that I received from the Dollar Tree, and these are only 6 inches. One looks a little shorter than the other, but these are 6 inch. That you'll need zip ties. I have my rotary cutter. If you don't have a rotary cutter, scissors, or when you're cutting the mesh, they have a tool that you can burn the end so it doesn't fray. I'm using rubber bands, and then I came up with an idea for the tail because I purchased these some time ago at the Dollar Tree when it was the Dollar Tree, these multicolored adhesive diamond wrap. So I'll be using these as well. So let me clear this area and show you how I got started. I use my rotary cutter. I've already cut this color up, and it's 10 inches, so I just spread it out and cut 10 by 10. So I just took my rotary cutter, cut 10-inch rolls here. And then these, I'm not sure. It's 6 inches, I don't know. I guess I'll go 6 by 6. No, 6 inches. Maybe I'll do 6 by 6 so that they're square. Not sure yet. Trial and error here. So I fold this in half, this 10-inch mesh in half, and try and line the ends up. Then I take each end, corner to corner, fold it over a little bit, 1/4 inch maybe, fold it over again. Then I gather it, just pushing it together, trying to keep the two edges together. Gather it till I get to this end. Then I'm going to fold this side over twice as well. Roll it over. Do like 1/4 inch and then another 1/4 inch. And push it all together. As such. Gather it about 1.5 inches up. And it kind of looks like a, I don't know, a shell or a mesh. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So then I take my rubber band. And you don't have to use a rubber band, but I just do because I'm trying to prepare all these ahead of time. Take the rubber band and wrap it around 2 or 3 times, with leaving about 1.5 inches at the bottom. If you can take it around 3 times without breaking the rubber band, then do so. And so these are the only frayed ends that we have, and they will be hidden. So I just cut the little bit off that's hanging. Shape it a little bit. And I don't know if I'm going to be using this side like this, or if I'm going to turn them over this way. Don't know yet. So I've done a whole row. I've got one more to do. And this was a whole roll of these. So I've got all these done. Let me just gather them over here to show you. They're spread out all over my table. There's one more over there. So they turn out kind of cute. kind of looks like a mermaid tail. But these will be gathered onto, I believe I'm going to gather these onto the top of the form. You're not going to have any frayed ends on the outer edges here of your wreath when you make it. Okay, so let's see how we're going to work this purple. So I'll start by rolling it out, and then I just place scissors or something heavy on this side to hold it down. I'm going to clean up this edge because it's angled. So let me clean the edge up first. Okay, I think I'm just going to cut 6 inches and see if I'm going to use this, or do I need to use another roll of 10-inch. Let's see if I can blend this in some kind of way. So just hold your mesh down with something heavy over here. Measure out what you need. So we got 3 6s right here, and it curls. It really curls up. So, and be careful. So I'm just going to cut a few of these, and I'll do most of this work off camera. But I'm gonna cut one and see how I can roll these up. So let's see. So these are much smaller, so they're going to be tiny. I think what I'm going to do, because I need them to be as long, I need them to stick out this far. So maybe I need to cut these, you know, maybe 12 inches. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So right here. Let me fold that over. Yeah, that'll stick out much further. So let me do a 12-incher and see if that'll work better for me. It's trial and error, y'all. Trial and error. I'm trying to figure it out. And this curls so much, I'm gonna put something on each side. So let's cut this one and just play with it and see. So if I fold this over to meet these raw ends together, because I want it to be, I don't want any of these raw edges sticking out. And maybe I'll have to do a different type of roll. Let me try just to roll it up to make a rose. Just roll, and the tighter you roll it, the tighter your rose will be. Maybe I'll do it like this. Well, that might be cute. That'll look better. So I think I'm going to cut them off at 12 inches and roll them like this. Put the little rubber band on the end. I'm going to do these and the dark purple. Get them prepared, and then I'll come back for the next step. And I might get my wood burning tool out for this, because it creates a lot of frays. Alright, that's not too bad. I don't know what it's going to look like with these, but I'm going to intermingle them, and we're going to see. Okay, so I came up with a quicker idea, a quicker way to do this. I have, this is a piece of glass from a picture frame. And you just lay it down, and I've marked it from this edge, this far edge, over to here with a marker at 12 inches. I don't know if you can see that darker line right there. And so I plugged in my wood burning tool, also known as what? Pyrography pen. I plugged this in and just stretch your your mesh to the end of the glass. Hold it down with something and stretch it out to your mark. Just take your wood burning tool and come across like that. It makes life so much easier, and we'll make this a little quicker. Then when you do that, it actually seals your edges, and you don't have to worry about fray. You don't have to worry about all those extra things that you have to cut off. So I'm going to cut them all out first, and then I'll begin to wrap them to look like the I guess a rose. It's supposed to be the rose method. Whether I'm doing it right or not, I don't know. They look pretty good to me. I've done a few of them so far. So I'll be back. after I cut this mesh and the dark purple. Do I need to show you one more time how I'm rolling this? Let me do that one more time. I think I did it twice, not sure. Match the edges. This one. So this is not one that I did with the wood burner. Let me do one with the wood burners. See, you saw how that kept sticking together because of the frayed edges. They just, you got to pull it apart. So with the burnt edges, you don't have that problem. So put the two together, line up the edges, and this one's simple. Just roll. And I'm doing mine I'm doing them tight. And then I'm kind of trying to turn it up at the top of the mesh as well. And that'll give you a tighter flower. Bring them together, go down about 1.5 inches or so, get your rubber band, and put it around to hold the mesh together. All right, y'all, I got all this mesh wrapped up into these flowers or whatever they are, tails. And so with the roll of the Dollar Tree mesh, it's something else. It's something, it hit a little different to work with, but I got them done. The dark purple was the actual roll that I got from the dollar store, a full roll, and I got 14 of those. Now this light lilac purple, I must have picked it up at a thrift store or something because it did have a 50-cent price marker on it, but I only got 8, so that was like half a roll, less than half a roll. And then with this 10-inch mesh, 10.5-inch mesh, it was 15 feet, and I got 18 of these. So I'm gonna push all this aside and get started and see how we gonna lay this stuff down on this mermaid tail wreath form. But what I did, because I'm so OCD and these ends, these frayed ends irritate my soul and work my nerves, I took this tool here and I just smoothed over each one of these ends because, you know, they fray and they get on my nerves real bad. So I did everyone like that. That's the OCD in me, I guess. You don't have to do that, just me. So I'm gonna move all this stuff out the way, bring that wreath form out, and see how we're gonna put this thing together. Okay, I'm back. I thought I was filming and it stopped on me. So I was working on the tail, and this is what I came up with. And what I did, since it didn't film, I took these two pieces. I had one with these colors in it, and then also one of these diamond mesh, whatever these things are called, with these colors in there. And what did I do? I placed one. I actually cut them in half because I wanted this purple on the inside and I wanted some of that teal. So I cut them in half, and you know, however I matched it up to get those colors. I placed it on top. I peeled off the backing and placed it on top. Then I flipped it over and I did the same thing with the other piece. And then I just pressed it together on the wire down as far as I could, you know, trying to seal it to the wreath frame, and then just took a pair of scissors and cut the excess off, as you see. Just cut it off. So I had it, the whole thing, the square, however it matches up, you know, whatever, like that and like that, and just cut it down. I have this left over. Who knows what I'm going to do with that. And then what I did, I took this, it's not hot now, but I used a lighter at first, and I just sealed real good all the way around this tail. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is try and put these mesh pieces, flowers, scales, whatever you want to call them, onto this form. And I just grabbed a bowl and placed a bunch of them in here. Let me make sure I get it in the camera. So I hope these are long enough. I have short black ones, and then I have the red ones, which are the zip ties, which are a little bit longer. If not, I've got some long white ones. So what I want to do first is this little area here of the tail, the fin. I want to fill that in with the smaller Dollar Tree roses. So I'm going to grab a few of these. I think maybe I'll need 4 or 5. And just let me put those up close. That's what they're looking like. So let's see how this is going to work. I think I'm going to do this bar here. And I'm going to put this, I guess this is like the seam side. This side where it curls over to the back of it, I'm going to put that down. And get a zip tie. I'll try the black ones first. Let me take these out of this bag. See how well these black ones work. And put it on there, and I'm putting it up just above the rubber band. And pulling it as tight as I can. Okay, did I have that down? So that's one, and I'll cut that end off. Then I'll do a light purple one next to it. Try and get it in this next little bar. I don't have much room to work with, so let me put my zip tie in there first. This bowl is in the way. Then I'm going to lay this down with this edge down and place a zip tie right below that rubber band and zip it on there as tight as I can. Then I'm going to alternate. So I'm going to take another purple one. And the small black ones are working fine. Oh, now let me see if I can get, I don't have much room for this middle one, so let me see if I can get the zip tie right in between here. And I'm not covering the full tail, and you can see it through the mesh, but I have to cover this wider bars. And make sure you leave enough, an inch to an inch and a half of this mesh hanging out, because it helps, it will help camouflage the wire, because you can see through your mesh, so it'll help cover the wire frame. And this is, it's time consuming, but it's relaxing. And if you're a crafter and you like doing things like this, it's okay. I found it enjoyable but irritating with this mesh ends that fray. So that's why I'm making this wreath with frayless mesh, so that a lot of mesh you form and you have it on the outside and it's just sticky and it picks on everything, it sticks on everything. So I want this to be frayless. So there's the start of it. Now my next concern is, do I have a bar down there? I don't. So the next bar is right here. I want to know, let's see if I'm going to use some more of these. Or do I start with the big ones? The blue ones. So I can put some on this bar. And I might do that on each side. Yeah, to make it full, I think. Like I said, it's trial and error, And if you don't like it, you cut that zip tie off. I'm going to start like that. Put one on each side. Okay, so we have so far. And you can adjust them a little bit. And I think it's covered. To me, it's still like I need something right here. So I need to fix that, and then I'll continue. Now this is what we have so far. Now I'm going to use the blue for this top part. How I'm going to set it up, don't know yet. Let's see. Well, I could start in the middle. That's what I'm doing. I'm starting in the middle and work my way out. So I'm going to attach this one here. And pull that joker tight. And you can use some pliers if you want to. If your hands aren't strong to pull that zip tie off. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, that's cute. Just to start though. So let's get another one. Get a couple of these out. I don't know how many I'm gonna need. I think I'm gonna put one on each bump and then one down on each side. I don't know if these are too full for that or not. So I'm gonna come right here on this bump right here. You know what? I wonder if I can start this zip tie and fit it in there. I wonder. That might help. Just get it started. Let's see if I can fit that end in there. Yeah. Now get it up underneath the rubber band. I want to turn it over to the back because I want this zip tie on the back side. And pull it tight. Hemostats. And I'm just going to see if that'll help me to pull these tighter. Oh, where was I? Right here. If I can grab onto that. Yeah, that gave me a couple more notches. Okay. Cut this one off. So that's the second one. Work on this side and do the other. I'm going to do this row with you, and I don't know if I want to keep you on camera all this time to do all this. I'm just going to fill them in and come back and show you. You're getting the idea of how to attach these and what they're going to look like. So let me do this first row of blue and go from there. So I'm going to put the zip tie on and attach it just in the first lock, just to hold it on, and then put my scale inside there, hold on to it, get it up underneath that rubber band, and turn the zip tie down to the back. Flip it over and tighten it from the back. It's a little maneuvering, a little tedious, a little tricky, but as you see, it can be done if you have the patience. So I'm going to pull it as tight as I can with my hand. Let me see something. What's going on here? There we go. And then I'm going to grab these hemostats. You can get pliers, or if you can just do it with your hand, that's good. But I see that I can get a few more notches pulled up if I use these hemostats. And it's on there really tight. And then cut it off. All right, let's see what's looking like. So that's 3. And what we got going on here? So this one's not on the lump. Let me move it over some. Move it up there. Put these kind of tight so that I can fit, I think, oh boy, we'll figure it out. And see, if they don't stay in place like you want them to, this is where you can flip this over. So like I want this one in the middle, right? And these on the humps. So I'm going to position this on this hump and put some hot glue on it. Okay, what I've done is taken the glue and attached the glue to the zip tie and the wire and the mesh to hold these in place. I don't know if that's necessary, but it kind of helps. And then a step that I forgot to show you that I was going to do is attaching some ribbon around this purple part, and so it hangs out like this, and I'll curl that up or make it look pretty when I get completely done. So I use this 2-inch wire sparkle ribbon, cut 3 pieces, and tied them around the top of the purple. So I'm going to continue on attaching all of the blue all the way up, and I'll be back when I get a little further. Okay, here we are. I've gotten 2 full rows done with the blue, and so this will be 2.5. This row is not done yet. I've got to fill it in on both sides here, and then I've got these 2 rows to do. I have used all of my blue, so this is taking quite a bit, and this is what we have so far, but I've got to fit it in so I can get that row and this top row. So I got to find some more mesh. This is all I have left, is the purple. Okay, decisions. I found some this iridescent white mesh, and I just made a couple that I may use up here at the top. Not sure yet. I think I'm going to go ahead, and I made these a little different. I'll show you how I made them. But I think I'm going to go ahead and use these up and put them along here. I believe that's what I'm going to do. So how many do I have? I only have 3, 4, 5, 7 of the dark and 2 of the light. So I'm going to put a light on each side. Light purple. So I'll continue and come back. Now I've added these purple roses up here at the top. So I have, it's not very filled, but it's okay because this is real thick here. This is a lot of mesh. So I have this top row that I have left, but what I'm going to do is fill this in a little bit with these iridescent white ones that I made. Just a few. And then finish this off a different way, another way that I thought of. So let me just show you right quick how I made these white ones compared to these blue ones. It's the 10-inch mesh, so I cut it out 10 by 10, and then just fold it corner to corner, and then turn it on the side, gather it about 2 inches, 2.5 inches here in the middle. Line these corners up and fold it over about 3 inches. Like that, and then begin to gather to the middle. Then you'll do the same on this side. Line it up, pull this over about 3 inches, and then gather it to the middle. So once you have all that in the middle like that, just put the rubber band around it. So I've made quite a few of these, and I'm going to use these for the next wreath that I have to make for a friend. But I am going to use a couple of them, I believe. We're going to see. This is trial and error, and I'm just trying different methods and different patterns to see how to fill this mermaid tail up. So there's that one. And it's more rounded than the other one. It's more scalloped. Okay, enough of that. So what I'm going to do, just going to use a few of these. Maybe 3, I don't know how many. And put them in between some of these purples, I believe. Like that. So that's one. Okay, so I need to finish off this top bar. And I need to cover all this. And I'm not sure how it really works, because if I do these on top, what do I do with these ends? You can't do it this way. That wouldn't look right. I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out, and I'll be back to show you. Okay, here's the plan. I ended up using 5 of those. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 right here. And then now I've taken some floral wire and I made it about 26 inches, folded it in half, and tied it on each side. What I'm going to do now is take another roll of the Dollar Tree mesh in this dark purple. We're going to see how this is going to work. I'm winging it, because I want to cover this part here, this top bar, and this mesh that's sticking out right there. So I'm going to take this mesh and gather it. And then I'm going to take this wire and wrap it onto this corner. Okay, this is the plan. We're going to see. I hope this works. Now I'll pull it across and gather it on this side. Pull it down to cover this. And then I'll tie it with the wire over here. Now I'm going to go back and forth so I can fill this out and make it thick. So I'll come back this way, gather it, and do the same thing. Tie it with the wire. I don't know how many times I'm going to go back and forth, but I'm going to go probably 3 or 4. No, 4 or 5. I don't know. We're going to see. All right, this is where we are now. So I went back and forth about 6 or 7 times, tying it each time with this wire. And then now you'll flip it over and tuck in your ends with the rest of the wire along the base of this side wires. And just wrap it to hold it down. Now, what I'm going to do next is I have a longer, thicker zip tie. And I'll grab onto, let's see, we got 2 rows here. Let's see. How am I going to do this? I think I got to go this way. So I just want to straighten this out some, just a little bit. And then I'm going to go on the row that these sit on, which is that wavy row. And trying to go in the middle. So if I can get it under that wire. Okay, I got it under there. So then I'm going to gather this a little bit and attach it to this top wire. So let me find it. Here it is. I'm not going to squeeze it all the way yet because I want to adjust this metal part. And I guess that's kind of in the middle. All right, I'm going to pull a little tighter. see. There we go. Now, I think I'm done. I'll just have to arrange these. I think they're all looking pretty good. How do you like that? I might cover this up with purple ribbon. I think I will, just to cover that white. And I'm going to take away this ribbon. This wasn't necessary, so I'm going to take this off. That was just extra. I don't need that, so I'm trying to pull it out of the zip tie and remove that. Okay, and then more than likely, I'm OCD. I'll probably cover this back with something. Let me cut this off. Oh, I unplugged that. Let me cut this off. And there you have it. I'm going to put something somewhere, I think, to hang it. I don't know. I can't get it in the camera. Is that all in the camera? To hang it. I think I'm going to attach something here on the side so that it hangs kind of in an angle. But I'm done for the most part. Tell me what you think. Just trying to give you a good angle of it, and this is kind of difficult on this screen. So we kind of have like, she has on a top, a brassiere-like top, a coverage right there. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. This was a little more challenging than I thought, but I got through it, and I think it's beautiful. The colors are beautiful. Tell me what you think. Hit that thumbs up, please. Leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't. And if you have, thank you so kindly. I appreciate each and every one of you. Hit the notification bell so you can see what I have, so that YouTube can notify you to let you know my upcoming videos. As always, peace and love. Take care. As always, I thank you for stopping by. I thank you for your time, and much thanks for your support. Be not afraid. Keep striving and use that creative mind.